Good evening, everybody. This is Final Show Films. We make a lot of cool shit. We're glad that you're here to watch our cool shit. Now, the thing with making cool shit, especially when you're making cool shit on the internet, is that sometimes you need funding. Funding is nice. You can fund us and our cool shit at patreon.com/fsfilms. We want to give a big thanks to our $25+ tier supporters who fund a lot of our cool shit here. Samantha Bates, Trevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, and Elle. So if you're here watching our cool shit, we ask that you would loosen those purse strings and we'll make even more cooler, bigger shit. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
And we're live, Final Show Films, where you pay us to take a shit.
Hey, everybody. It's me again. You probably just saw me a couple minutes ago. That's fine.
You're
Don't
still
worry
doing
about
the
it.
voice.
1 minute ago. It was 1 minute ago.
I'm Jack. I'm your storyteller for this evening. We're here for Shadows of the Mountain, the Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle we're running here on Final Show Films. It is my great and glorious pleasure to be accompanied this evening by the following individuals. Jeremy.
Hi, I am Jeremy. I am playing Valentin Maximov, Silverfang Arun Hamid.
And Sen.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing Grania Firelight O'Connor at the moment, and also Valko Hikau Petrovsky whenever he arrives. Both of whom are Hamid, one of whom's a Ragabash, the other of whom's a Theurge, one of whom's a Silent Strider, and the other one's a Glass Walker.
You guess which?
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Alexandra Core, Boxcars, who is a Metis Biodox Black Fury.
And we are joined by the shell of Craig.
Hi, I'm playing Sal Spiderfryer Moraro, a Hamid Glasswalker Ragabash, and my own personal NPR energy is brought to you this evening by the fact that I am currently mid-migraine, so apologies if I am lower energy than usual.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Dakota. She is a Lupus Octana Galliard, and I will try to combine the Dakota Sal energy into one since Craig is not doing well.
And
That's
Johnny.
the scariest sentence I've ever heard.
Hi, I'm Shawnee, also known as the Poetic Edda, but Dark Souls. And I am playing Ingvar Freya Upstarter, can also be surmised as the Poetic Edda, but Dark Souls. Who is a Hamid Gedefenris Adrin.
Athena, who plays Moriko, our Lupus Theurge to the Shadow Lords, will unfortunately not be with us again this evening, but we hope to see her again soon. And yeah, I think I'm the Black Cauldron, but Dark Souls, which is to say Dark Souls, but more Dark Souls.
That's a good choice. That's a real good choice. Now here's the question: book Black Cauldron or Disney Black Cauldron?
I honestly am a fan of both.
Yeah, that is fair. They're both good for different reasons.
Yes, absolutely. Some of the most terrifying animation you should ever scar a young child with.
Yep.
But when last time we were in Denver, the Wings Pack returned to the home cairn of the Scepter Forgotten Questions alongside the majority of the Gaia's Mercs Pack.
Also, Black Lives Matter, trans rights, and human rights.
Yes, and a special thank you to the Onyx Path, who provided us collaboration materials for this chronicle. You can Get access to their upcoming Apocalyptic Record book pre-order at apocalyptic-record.backerkit.com/hosted_pre-orders. We'll pop the link in the chat and the video description on YouTube as well.
Also,
I like how that's just become such a part of your like Black Lives Matter skit that it took that to remind you to do the ad read.
Look, it is August of 2022. The fact that we're conscious enough to remember anything at all.
Also,
It is August of March of 2020.
thanks to my ADHD, I am the never-ending story, but Dark Souls.
There you go.
Yeah, I will also chip in and say I think I'm the Dark Souls version of Where the Wild Things Are, which, as I say it, I think is basically just Playdead's Limbo.
Yeah, actually.
I want to meet the person who's the Dark Souls version of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But yes,
It's a NASCAR racer.
or Twisted Metal.
Also a NASCAR racer.
Actually, there is someone making Bloodborne cart.
Amazing. But the Wings pack returned to the home care and accept forgotten questions alongside the majority of the guys' Mercs pack, bringing with them the body of Storm's Dawn and news of their victory over the Black Spiral Blighthyde, as well as all the worm-tainted remains of the battle for proper disposal. Rope Cutter delivered the eulogy for the fallen Alpha in front of the Sept, and Hawk's Wandering was among the first to approach the remaining Wings Guru with advice on their next steps regarding Intrepid Energy. Valentin Maximov, a young Silverfang, was also in the vanguard of local wolves to speak with the Wings pack and made his approval of them and their purposes fairly apparent as we return to the interior of the Cairns Bond as the night grows later. So we pick up with a knot of people all around this new Silverfang that they've never met before. Grania having just recently walked in. And a number of questions as far as where to proceed next. So, what are you guys doing?
Holly, you had told me that you had a thing that you were going to do right before the episode cut off last week,
I can't remember at all.
which was literally to walk up and give Val a hug.
Oh, thank you. Okay, thanks. I couldn't remember. Yeah, no. Dakota will jump up and hug, jump,
Okay,
glomp on
surprise.
and and then just kind of like wrap her arms around like one of his arms, and then just stand there and be like, "Welcome to our group."
Thanks.
And
She does that
She's now
a
claimed you.
lot.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure that means you're the new Scratch and Post.
I mean, I'm an R, and that's kind of my job.
In the meantime, wrong accent. Wrong leader character.
That went places.
Well, that's not till tomorrow.
In the meantime, it's I believe I have a meeting ahead of me with some of the with some of the Sept elders.
I mean, Sept and Tribe in this case.
Right.
Now,
Well,
looking around.
they're gathered tonight, so not really a better time.
First, we ought to drink to the boss.
Indeed.
I look around and see what I can find in terms of alcohol. It sounded like there were available drinks, right?
Oh yeah,
I just
it is
hold
mostly
up,
beer and whiskey at this point.
I just hold up like a whiskey bottle that I've already taken off the table.
Here we are. That's a good start. And I'll go and grab a bunch of bottles, I guess bottles of beer, and just kind of bring them back so there's enough for everybody. Does Val already have a drink or no?
Probably not with him at this point.
Hey, 2 times, you got your fake ID?
Sorry, what?
It's all right. I don't think they're checking ID at the door. He'll bring back and pass everybody a bottle or something.
And see the look on her face. Two
Dope.
times.
Yeah, Crim Sun Sun.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a guy I used to roll with back in Manhattan.
Oh, the name's Cream Sonson.
Yeah.
If you name
Sure.
that means he likes you.
Oh, cool. Awesome. I'm down with that.
I'll take a swig of whatever this is.
What sort of
keep
alcohol?
keep trying to call her Valdeth. Ingvar just sort of holds up a bottle and just to Aiden and to finishing what we started here, she says, holding up the bottle.
Grania holds up
Yep.
her bottle.
Blood for blood. That's up.
Looking
Skull
visibly.
Avenged tenfold.
Skull, she says, and takes it and downs it.
But Jeremy?
I was gonna say Val just looks a little visibly awkward. Like, am I supposed to be here? Okay, well, okay, I'm here.
Yeah,
Dakota
Grania.
still has an
Like-
arm linked with Val right now.
That
so
time
not
when you're
going
the
anywhere.
person, yeah, it's that very much that you're the person who's in with the close friend group and they're talking about something that yeah.
Jack. What's the etiquette in the cairn for the best way I can describe it is thoring a bottle after you're done drinking from it?
So you guys are in the interior of the Cairn Heart. There is pristine wood floor around you. And as you look around, you don't even see any trash cans in here. People have been drinking. Containers are being disposed of somewhere. It's not in here, though.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gran,
if you're gonna Thor shatter the bottle, not in this room.
yeah, yeah. Like everyone goes back to take their drink, and when everyone finishes their drink, Grania is still drinking from the bottle.
Just mainlining that shit.
Oh, Grania, Ingvar finishes the bottle she was
Yeah,
handed.
Grania also finishes her bottle.
I'm fighting out of character. I'm fighting the urge to be a shitty pack gatekeeper. Like, are you a fan of the Wings of the Mojave, huh? Name all the original members.
Good.
Definitely good.
Like that's the Sal thing. The Six Fangs was the one who we were like pointed
Yes.
at.
Yes,
too.
I need to go and speak to Six Fangs, and I would like, as I blank on who I had literally just been thinking of bringing with me. Alex, I'd like you with me.
Sure.
All right.
Are there any kinfolk here?
Give me a perception and etiquette. Difficulty 6.
She is going to finish the beer that she has before going. But yes.
Perception and etiquette.
Yep.
Difficulty 6.
Yep.
My blind spot is mostly gone. 0 success. Cool.
You can see a number. Everybody here is in Hamid form, so it will be hard to pick them out. There might be, but you haven't pegged anybody specific currently as.
8 through times. There any kinfolk around?
Yeah, I
Same roll.
Yeah.
Perception etiquette 6.
Actually, and Grania is still there.
At the moment, yeah.
I think I think he might ask that, and if well, we'll wait and see how Val rolls.
Perception etiquette. Somebody's gonna have to tell me what it was because I accidentally knocked my chat
It hasn't
window
rolled yet.
out, and I know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Right.
When it rolls, somebody's gonna have to tell me because I accidentally
Yep.
popped my chat window out and then went to go close it, and now I have no chat window. So I'm gonna have to refresh once I do this.
Oops. Yeah.
Percepticate. Let's go.
Per eti.
I'm
A
just gonna-
Six?
deception. A
Div
deception.
6.
4.
4.
Well
All right.
done.
Not
You
bad.
can,
refresh.
yeah, no, you
Had to
can
get.
see 2 right now.
Yep.
Hawk's Wandering walked away and is currently in conversation with her husband, Jackson.
Okay.
He's kinfolk.
Right.
There is also Natalie Martinez is
Okay.
present. There are a smattering of others. But in terms of given Val's knowledge and background and things, you know that these 2 are the most closely attached to this pack
Right.
and the deceased
So
present.
Hawks Wandering Ria's mate is over there, obviously next to Hawks. And points out that's Natalie Martinez bone or did I get that right? Glasswalker kin. She was close to Stormdawn's old pack.
You on the menu?
Sorry, what?
She's single.
She's 16.
I feel like that's information that probably would have been available to Sal before he looked. So if I can, I would like to retcon not asking that question.
I don't know. I never.
I don't think that information was available to Sal before now, and
I mean,
that definitely was not overtly stated at any point. I don't know if Sal is in a position to
I don't know.
actually know which person was
is she visible when Val
Right.
pointed her
does
out? Is
she
the
look
question.
16? In
Yeah.
which case, he would not have asked that question.
Yeah, right. We'll say that Sal got one eye on her.
That's
all I got.
point.
So
But if you would like to retcon that, yes, that is fine.
yeah, I would rather not ask that if she's
Okay.
obviously very young.
Yep.
Craig's like, please shove the foot in my mouth.
I mean, Sal is looking for somebody with whom he might spend the evening.
Right.
I mean, is there anybody indicated? But you've pointed out a married man and a kid. So
Oh, nobody else apparently.
There are other kinfolk as was
I
described.
mean, if you're looking, I'm
Does
sure
does
there's.
Sal have a gender preference?
yes. He,
Okay.
He is specifically looking for women, mid-20s or older.
Okay. There are 3 of those that with 4 successes that Val can point out. Aoife McNamara, who's a local Fianna kinfolk. Lisbeth Henriksen, who's a local Get kinfolk. And a woman, you don't know her last name, Val. She's just named Adriana. She's a Shadowlord kinfolk.
Okay. Important question, because this would matter to Val in terms of how he presents the information.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them have particularly protective full-blood relatives?
Adriana does.
Okay.
Less so the other 2.
Okay. So yeah,
She
he
was
Oh,
will
the Shadow
point-
Lord.
Adriana's the Shadow Lord.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's Adriana. She's a Shadow Lord. You might want no, trust me, dude, no. Those 2 though, and I've already forgotten the names.
One's a Fianna, one's
yeah,
a Get.
yeah, Fianna and Get.
Aoife McNamara and Lisbeth Hendrickson.
You might wanna, and he actually leans over, like puts an arm around it, around his neck. You might want to go with the Vienna. I'm just saying. I know your guys's alpha side. You guys are kind of on a weird relationship with a local get here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, have at it, dude.
All right.
How-
And
How obvious has Sal made this?
I
'Cause
mean,
I'm pretty sure everything is like going over Dakota's head right now.
I mean, he asked the question, "Who's on the menu?" I don't know.
Right. She would have no idea.
Depending on how much, I don't think Dakota knows that particular aspect of Sal's backstory that makes
Yeah,
that
right. That makes
Oh.
that
a relatively
real
problematic
fucking
question. Yeah, so kind of up to you. Just know that Sal is sort of like looking over, several women in their 20s. That
Holly, have Dakota make a wits and empathy
Okay.
7
Between
I'll
Val's
say.
questioning
Okay,
it, or
okay.
Sal's question and Val's response.
yeah.
Have
That's up to you two.
Ingvar, have Ingvar and
4
Alex left at
successes.
this point, I guess.
There's a beat for Dakota, and then everything nests together like gears meshing, and you suddenly realize exactly what Sal's after right now.
Oh. And she'll just have that. Oh.
And
Look over at Dakota and go, "Oh, did it just click?"
I'm
So
fine
taking-
if we want to be left.
yeah, so taking this moment now, Ingvar says, "The rest of you enjoy your night, and we'll start walking."
Oh boy. Okay.
I will
Okay.
grab another bottle
Yeah,
of
so-
something and walk over to.
Val will be like, "You want a wingman, or you got this on your own?"
Do you want me to come?
No.
Like
Why
big
don't you guys
eyes.
why don't you two get better acquainted?
I. You got this, dude.
Thanks, bro.
At that, Grania walks away.
Oh boy.
The way that came out of Sal's mouth.
I will grab another bottle of something and head over to Ms. McNamara.
Okay. So while Sal prepares for that, Ingvar and Alex, you guys are headed to where?
I believe that Hawks Warner had pointed us to Six Fangs. as
She
the
had
person to talk to.
referenced Six Fangs verbally. She has not indicated his location yet.
Yeah. Ingvar will find the nearest member of the Guardian Pack and ask Six Fangs' location.
That would put you alongside Sky Piper is the first one you
Sky
find.
Viper or Sky Piper?
Piper with a
Okay.
P. She's their galliard.
Hey, apparently, Biden actually did just cancel $10,000 in federal student loan debt for most
Up
borrowers.
to 20. Up to 20
up to
in
20?
some cases.
Oh, maybe I've got slightly less of my $90,000 that I owe.
Mm-hmm. And she will indicate towards one corner. There's a knot of people, and as you look, you see that Bloodsbane is among them. But it looks like they're based on the deportment. This is sort of an informal moment of convenience get assembly here at Aiden's funeral.
Okay.
But very obviously dominating the scene of these roughly half a dozen individuals
Six
over there.
Fangs.
very iconically get. Not necessarily pure breed of significance that you can tell from this distance anyway. Obviously in Hamid form, massive physique, broad shoulders, heavy arms, beard falls just below the sternum, with a single small braid in the front that's cuffed with some sort of metal. Sides of the head shaved with basically this swept back kind of mohawk sort of hairstyle. Gray, grizzled, craggy, web of scars obvious on his upper right arm. And the most notable are the twin clave daggers that he wears, one on either hip.
Ingvar will approach and
Ew.
go on. She'll
What?
look over her shoulder. Alex, if you want to stay back, since this is primarily a get group, I can go on my own.
Why did you ask me to come with?
Just to be my second. If you don't want to go, I can go on my own.
I don't know if I'll help here.
That is fine. If you want, go and enjoy your night.
She'll hang back and just watch as Ingvar goes forward. She is trying to like basically stay close enough to hear but not be so involved that I'm going to be expected to talk in this situation. No, I'm just sort of doing the like the yeah, I'm your second. Please don't call on me.
Yeah. Ingvar will approach, and this is literally the purpose of this gift: activate Visage of Fenris, just to help like set the stage as she approaches. It probably won't affect most of the group, but it'll affect anyone who's of her rank or lower if she gets any successes.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your roll for that then.
Everyone of my rank or lower.
Okay. So as you step up, there's that straightening of shoulders as people turn to look. Everybody gives you the once over, or but in most of their cases, the third or fourth over. They've seen you all before, and Ingvar definitely is one of the most markable of the Wings pack. There's a brief silence,
she
and then a shifting of the circle just enough to make room for you to join in.
Yeah, she basically waits until the circle opens and steps in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and you don't even have to break stride. You know, they see you coming, and by the time you're there, there's a spot. Six Fangs puts the bottle down that he was drinking on the table. Rests his hands, not threateningly, just relaxing into a standard warrior posture of always drop your hands to your weapons, just in case, kind of thing.
This is a get crowd. She knows how it goes.
Yep. The other thing you notice is he sets the bottle down. One of the lower rank get off to his side, picks it up, wipes underneath, puts down a coaster, puts the bottle back. Iron blood.
She nods. Six Fangs, Rhea.
You come on the wings of war.
I do, and I come to ask if the Sept will join us in this fight.
You know of the other business that draws our attention.
I do, and I believe this business is tied to our own.
that a gut feeling, or do you have something a little more tangible?
If I correct me, I believe I have this correct, Jack, in my head, that
Yeah.
the region that the other pack disappeared in was a place where we found some of their activity and a lot of their presence nearby.
It's roughly in the same general area. It is not what you would call on the doorstep of any of these camps that Moriko was investigating, however.
But it's in the same general area, and also Blighthide's hive was further out than they were from it.
You're not entirely sure exactly where Blighthide's hive is at the moment. You know that there is one.
But like the region where we found Blighthide at a regular drop-off was further out than the position where that pack disappeared from the camps.
So if you look at a map of Denver, the Heaven's Talons, I think was the name of the pack. Anyway, the missing pack, the one that has vanished, was somewhere up around Leyden when they disappeared.
Let me pull up a map of Denver so I can reference
Leyden, right? Kind of northwest, a little more north than west. And that is along the route out towards, but not in the same area as the camps that Moriko was investigating. The main thing you know that is significant in the Umbra up that way is that big horrific storm cloud craziness that you guys saw near where you were in the cabin before it burned down.
The nuclear kind of
the fallout fog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that the fallout fog was the nearest thing to where they disappeared.
It's the nearest significant feature in the Umbra. Yeah.
It wouldn't be incorrect to say that they disappeared in the same region that this Black Spiral hive is operating in.
Yes, the Black Spirals are operating a little further to the west, but they are still in that.
Yeah, it's like in that same geographical region.
Yep. It's all happening northwest of Denver proper.
Yeah. So she'll say, the pack went missing in the region in which this organization operates, and its reach has proven to be distant and far-reaching. And the only thing of note within the Umbra in that region is a cloud of fallout so thick that no pack would be foolish enough to die in it, let alone a pack of elders.
Rocky Flats is dangerous. We all know that.
But the pack that went missing are elders of this sept, are they not?
They were.
Do you think then the kinds to simply fall to the wilds?
The Umbra is unpredictable. You know that as well as I do.
That I do. However, I find it strange that in a situation when the enemy when elders, proven warriors, skilled warriors of Gaia disappear and there is an obvious enemy nearby, do you have proof that would say they are unrelated? Because to me, Occam's razor strikes deep.
That's why I asked my question. Correlation. That I can see. And worth investigating. Absolutely. Unfortunately, we've never been able to pierce the boundary of the spiritual fallout around Rocky Flats. So if they did somehow fall inside there, we have no idea what's waiting for us. And we are not a numerous enough sept that I'm willing to chance another pack going in blind to that location.
If I may, if they did fall within the cloud of fallout, they are more than likely dead, and there is nothing that will save them. However, if they were taken by Intrepid Energy and their actors, they may be being used as leverage, prisoners, or information, at which point decisive action can save them.
That's always a chance. And if we'd heard anything, some sort of ransom note or demand, that would be. But we haven't. My opinion is that there is a threat lurking out there. And our elders pack was unlucky enough to fall foul of it.
Do you know of the threat that lives under Thorodin Mountain? I believe that's the mountain that we know.
That is yep. Only what little Gray Snow has been willing to share that he's learned, mostly due to the investigations of your Theurge, from what I understand.
Indeed.
But as far as what exactly might be under that mountain, difficult to say. I've never heard stories. It's not the sort of place that we've been aware was a problem before now. We have lupus kinfolk running in that area within the last 20 years. No unusual rumors from that quarter.
Now, how does Thorodin relate to the disappearance in direction and distance from the disappearance of the missing pack?
Thorodin is about, I want to say, about 10, 12 miles almost due west of where the Elder Pack vanished.
10 miles west of where the Elder Pack vanished.
Mm-hmm.
The Fallout Fog and the camps are east.
The Fallout Fog is about probably about 3 miles north of where the elders vanished.
And then the camps are east.
The camps are all around. The camps that Mordecai was investigating are all around Thorodin Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the same spot. Speaking of which, Grania, where were you headed?
Away from the cairn at this point.
Like back outside?
Yeah, outside. Probably getting ready to just go home.
Okay.
I don't think
as you walk out the hall, you see Long Barrel burst through the doors at a very quick walk, not like a full run or anything, but walking with intent towards the Cairn Heart, from where he was taking care of and helping with disposal of what you guys bundled back here as far as the black spirals and their
as I see him walking quickly. What's the rush, big fella?
Found something they need to see.
Over the totem phone. Sal, you're gonna have to stop getting your wick dicked. and
meanwhile, Sal.
Yeah, I before I leave, there would be something that I would say to Dakota.
Okay.
So if we can, Sal will sort of lean over. I guess Dakota is still actively hugging Val.
She's got her arm linked with Val in case he tries to run for it or something.
Okay. Sal will sort of reach out on the other side and put a hand on Dakota's shoulder and say, "Look, if you don't want me to go off, I won't. You got to be honest with me, Technicolor. You okay?" I don't know if that was me, but I didn't hear
That
you.
didn't come through.
I'm sorry. My voice cracked. I'll be okay.
Does it look like she's being honest?
I don't know if she knows herself.
Can I? Well,
I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
You know, as a player, like, would it be worth rolling or?
Oh gosh, it would probably be worth rolling.
Okay.
Wits and empathy 6. If Dakota's trying to suppress anything, manipulation and subterfuge 6.
Fuck yeah, 5 successes.
She is trying to suppress.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna roll this. Why not?
Yeah, what kind of stats do
I'm
you
right
have?
fucking there. Oh, not great. Not great.
I know, that's why I want to
Yeah,
know.
very different skill sets
I
from
know.
my last character.
No.
Not a botch.
Not a bot.
Technically not a botch.
Oh, it's actually better than I thought it was. Because I did give him an empathy.
Sal kind of pauses and says, "You know what, Technicolor? Why don't we go meet some new people together?"
Oh, actually, we need Holly. You need to have Dakota
Yeah.
roll wits and subterfuge.
Oh,
D6
I'm
first.
sorry. I didn't.
Or sorry,
realize it.
manipulation
I'm sorry.
subterfuge.
Manipulation
6.
subterfuge.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Because that will depend on, you never know. You might beat Sal.
2.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, whatever the difference of 3 successes, counting towards exceptional. What does Sal get off Dakota as far as her current emotional state?
I mean, she's sad and trying to figure out a good way to describe this. Okay, so I think the best way to describe this would be very much like a little girl who idolizes her big brother, who has just gone through some stuff and so is trying to like lean on him. And then he's saying he wants to go off.
Okay, yeah.
So like she wants him to be happy. She doesn't want to stop that. But obviously she doesn't really want him to leave, not right after everything.
Sure. So yeah, so in that case, he says, "You know what? Come on, let's go meet some new people together."
Aren't you gonna go talk to that girl?
Yeah, well, let's go talk to people. There's a bunch of people here we ain't met before, and let's go meet some people.
Okay, he's coming with us. She just walks.
Yeah.
And her arm is still linked in yours.
You're not escaping.
Which is
Not
funny
unless you
because,
make an effort.
for the record, he could if he wanted to, probably, except for that I'm rolling dice. But no, he's too confused by this to say no.
Right. So who does Sal walk us towards then?
I mean, is it the people that we were looking at are like the kinfolk in a group, or are they sort of off on their own? Who is is it how do you say her first name?
Aoife.
Aoife. Is she in a group with the other kinfolk, or is she in a group of anybody that I recognize?
There are a couple of other kinfolk around. The other person that you recognize there is Patch.
Okay.
Who is the theurge for Bloodsbane's Patch.
And he is wait. No, that's not the Glasswalker, is it?
No.
Okay.
She's Vienna.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll head over there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sal is changing tack from going off on his own this evening to at least making some introductions and distracting Dakota a little bit.
Okay. So you step over and there's a little bit of kind of raised eyebrow in that mildly apprehensive way that a number of kinfolk tend to have around their full-blooded cousins. Less than you'd anticipate, though. Fianna are pretty well known for taking very good care of their kinfolk as much as possible.
Yeah, that's kind of why I picked that group.
Yep.
As we're approaching, I would be giving the heads up on everybody in that immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Like what I know of everybody. So I just do. So he's that, and she's
Yep.
So
yeah. You know that two of these guys here are sort of expected to more or less not get tied down in case Patch decides she wants one of them. There's another girl there, Carol, who is mildly marked by one of the Shadow Lords in the Sept.
Challenge accepted. JPEG.
And then there's Barry. Barry has the questionable honor of having sort of collectively caught the eye of the Mountain's Blood pack. Mountain's Blood speaks to the Breezes pack,
right?
Who's the child of Gaia Galliard, who's a Sept Elder. The other three members of Speaks to the Breezes pack are Haley Blood, Fields of Blades, and Gisela, all of whom are Black Furies.
Fields of Blades, and I'm sorry, what was the third one?
Gisela.
Gisela.
Gisella. And Barry was unlucky enough to be in a place at a time where Gisela, being the Theurge, had some sort of spirit message that there's going to be a dude at this place at this time that at least one of you is going to need at some point. That was all the details and specificity that the spirit message that Gisela got was. So, according to Barry, he's playing Russian roulette with a 4-chambered gun.
Right? All right.
Is Barry even kinfolk, or was he just
Yes, Barry's
been
kinfolk.
picked up now?
No, Barry's kinfolk. Yeah. And yeah, he's Fianna kinfolk. And apparently is intended for one or more of that pack.
So yeah,
What
I pass all that information along.
Barry, you are describing, is the protagonist in a visual novel focused around dating werewolves.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yup.
I don't know.
Please tell me that there's a Garu romance called When Harry Met Sally, but spelled H-A-I-R-Y.
And this one in particular is just called A Guru in the Night.
When Harry met... No, never mind. Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, that information's given, and you three arrive in a knot of Fianna.
Do we get there just as Granya's message comes, or do we have time?
No, you've got a little bit of time.
Okay, all right.
What's up, Paul?
Crimson. How are
How's it
you?
going?
Good evening,
All-
everybody.
All the kinfolk just sort of give you a nod.
Yep.
There's some raised glasses, Patch is the only one that's actually talking.
Yeah, right. You know you've already countered these
Hi.
just for two.
It was at the fight. Tragic.
Right.
He's a ground fighter, that one. Never seen anybody go up against a Bane Clave with a stick, but He made the best of it that he could.
That was the boss. Went down swinging. Wouldn't have expected any less from him. So, who are your lovely friends?
Well, this is Carol, Nifa, and the Vice. And the three men that are there just sort of raise their glasses and
Like that they don't get a name. The boys.
Well, in fairness, that very clearly knows what's going on in this moment. Like, that's not necessary. And Val very much perfect wingman just sort of steps back and lets Sal take over.
I assume you all know two times here, and my very good friend here, Technicolor, Dakota.
The
And I'm
other
Sal.
two boys that are not Barry give you a nod. Barry just sort of stares into the middle distance, and then kind of his eyes sort of pan. And Val, you see where he's looking, and one of the Black Furies walks by, and he just sort of flinches.
That poor man.
Bastard.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
I'll lean over to Barry and just go, "Been there." And then
No, you haven't, brother.
Yeah.
Sal shrugs and goes, "You caught me." And then
Then he
turns
sort
back
of
and-
double takes a little bit and goes, Rhea.
I'll give him like a just reach out. Does he have a bottle or a glass?
He's got a beer mug, basically.
And I'll reach out and clink it with my bottle and say, "You got to get tired standing on all of that ceremony all day. Take a break."
Thanks.
So the only one in this group who's not involved with somebody is
Aoife.
Aoife.
Yep.
All right. So it's sort of some idle chatter, and Sal will make sure that Dakota is actually chatting with people.
Oh, she absolutely will be.
Okay.
And she's still got Val.
Okay.
Yep.
You're not going anywhere.
That's fine. He's not trying. And
Val
he will very
steps
much
back.
do
Dakota
what he
comes
can.
with him. Okay,
Yeah.
back in.
He will very much be doing what he can to facilitate, like introducing you as whoever you want to.
Val, you know that the other two gentlemen present are Connor and Declan.
And then so sort of in the when opportunity presents itself, says to Aoife, and this is the point of the evening where I pretend that it hasn't been 22 years since I as a player have ever hit on anyone or asked someone out. Leans in and goes, "So other than being the most enchanting person in the room, what do you do with your time?"
She turns and looks to you. Well,
I'm sorry, when I
Points
used to
for
ask people out,
directness.
we used to have to send calling cards and have all of that waived.
And it had to correspond by carrier pigeon.
Indeed.
Right, yep. All points for directness.
I don't know any other way to do it.
I'm sure you know a couple ways.
But I mean,
Sal's brain
does she
turns
an-
off.
Does she answer the question though? Does she tell me what she does?
She's waiting to see how you respond.
Listen, well, if you want to see how direct we can be, we can skip the small talk, but I would really love to hear what you do in the area. I'm new. You might have noticed I'm from out of town. And
Something about that
introduction
caught
to-
my attention a little bit, yes.
a little bit. My introduction to the area has been a little hectic. Caught some nice views on the way in. and in town, but then the rest of it's been camping, scrapping, fighting, that sort of thing. So I assume
Interesting.
there's got to be more to Denver than that.
There is. And in answer to your question, I'm a therapist.
You know, not to mix business with pleasure, but maybe you can give us some words of wisdom. And he sort of reaches out and pats Dakota on the shoulder.
I lean over to Dakota. Oh shit, I forgot to tell him that, didn't I?
Is that relevant?
Probably. Nah. In the very much like, yeah.
It's a good line of work. It shows a lot of caring for folks. But I figure you're here, you're off shift. What do you like to do when you're not helping people?
Fuck.
See, we already have something in common.
And that's when the line comes over the.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It has to be.
And is Grania following Long Barrel back in? Or
Oh yeah,
are you-
and following up that sentence with Long Barrow's found something on the bodies. Something worth sharing.
At which point, because the totem photo is omnidirectional, Ingvar
Yep.
will look up in the middle of her conversation and look over at Bloodsbane. Did you hear that too?
She gives a nod. Thanks, Ria. We're going to have to convene. Long Barrel's found something. All right, then. Council chambers. Ironblood, it's your pack. You bring in your lawyer with you.
She looks over at Alex. There's important news. Let's go.
All right. Well, keep on my 6. And he just barrels through whatever crowd is there, headed for one of the side doors, which those of you that were at the trial, which I think was all of you, are the same doors that the council elders came through when they were getting ready to deliberate.
Yep, following.
The rest of you who are on totem phone, which would be Dakota and Sal, what are you guys up to?
Dakota will look around at that. Does she see members of her pack moving?
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
No, there's a very quick signals that traverse the crowd. All the elders are headed to the entry, and you can very clearly see Ingvar and Alex drafting behind Six Fangs, who parts a crowd in the same way that a warship does waves.
Everybody move.
Dakota will lean over to Sal. Would you like to stay here and I can handle this?
Sal smiles and mentally over the totem phone says, Xena, you need us all for this?
I'd actually like some of you to stay outside in case something dangerous happens.
I volunteer as tribute.
How many of us over totem phone? How many of us do you need to stay outside?
Strictly speaking, the two of us should be able to handle whatever information's going along and pass it along to you. If any of you want to come along, feel free, but I would like as little surprise as possible while this is happening.
I'm already falling behind Long Barrel, so.
I over totem phone again. I will stay out here with Sal and our new friend.
Who is completely oblivious of
Right.
fucking anything.
You're just having a nice conversation
Yep.
with some fucking Fiona.
Everything's just fine.
As I pass by, assuming we pass by Sal and Dakota,
Yeah.
Uh, I'm just gonna pat Sal on the shoulder as I go by and go, hope that gonorrhea cleared up, and just keep going.
But as soon as Grania starts talking, hush.
I mean,
Like,
that actually
don't-
makes sense.
Like, don't you start.
No. I mean, literally using the gift hush as soon as
Yes.
Grania
Oh, yeah.
starts
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like, don't you start.
I don't know how that works mechanically because I wasn't here when that happened last time.
What's your wits?
My wits?
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da. My wits? 5.
Okay, so it's a difficulty 8 then, because it's a pack mate. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Why is that not in the form of-
Sorry, I still have a spell check called heave hose from
Amazing.
the boulder situation. I'm going to spend a willpower on this, if I may.
Yeah.
4 successes. So you can't talk for 4 turns. So you're
12
just like,
seconds.
what's that?
12 seconds.
About 12
Yeah,
seconds.
So
yeah.
it's just huh, and then total
Yep.
quiet.
Yep. Something goes wrong with your vocal folds, and yep, nothing's coming out for a sec.
Sal just winks.
I just look up at you. How petty.
Long,
is
long
Grania
barrel is
feeling?
moving.
How petty is Grania feeling? Look up at you, smile, keep walking, and pull out my phone.
Oh no.
no.
Let's see. What do I have to spend for plug and play?
Plug and play. Plug and play is
Spend a willpower.
Let me check.
Yeah, it's a willpower.
Spend a willpower point. Yep.
Yeah, spend a willpower, and just and I'm just gonna I'm gonna make Sal's phone go off playing the jazz song is a reoccurring joke.
You're right.
Oh,
Careless
Careless
Whisper.
Whisper.
Careless
Yes,
Whisper.
playing Careless Whisper.
Right. Fantastic.
I was going to say, there are several songs about STDs that you could have play.
No.
Yeah, the Careless Whisper's the in joke.
Sal grins at Ifa and says, see, they're playing our song.
I was really hoping for the
Oh.
Monty Python one.
Will
At that, though, you're going to get a look from Dakota when you say that that's their song. You get like a jealous little sister look.
Oh no, I made the puppy sad.
Victory for Grania.
Val just leans over. This is some kind of in joke I don't get, right?
She will dragging Val
Oh!
will walk away. Will storm off.
so the Galliard has walked off in a temper, dragging you with her.
All right.
We're going this way. Meanwhile, the rest of you, you go through a set of double doors, down a hallway, and then there's a side door to the left, and you open it, and this is the first set of stairs you guys have seen in this building, and they go down. You guys drop 2 stories down these stairs as they do switchbacks,
I start idly humming Phantom of the Opera.
and then come out into a conference room, essentially. There's a fairly large table, number of maps on one wall, couple computers set up in a corner. This looks like effectively an ancillary command center of sorts. And there are two Guru who are posted outside the door that give you the once over each time. And as these new people come in, sort of hold up a hand, do a nonverbal check. Six Fangs gives them the thumbs up, more or less, and you guys are allowed in. Long Barrel and Grania, you two are the last to arrive. And you step in. Bloodsbane looks over to Long Barrel, who just pats his left side of his coat, his jacket. She nods, and her alpha scrambles. Kind of cricks his neck a little bit. All right, what do we find? Long Barrel reaches inside, pulls out a single piece of paper. You can see it's heavily bloodstained. Looks to be a little torn and weathered around the edges. And you can see that it's a piece of notebook paper, more or less. 3 holes punched in that have been ripped out, and slides it across the table. The elders immediately bend over it. Scrambles glances towards Isabel, who sticks her head out and murmurs something to one of the guards outside the door. If anybody wants to try and catch that, that is perception and alertness difficulty 8.
Yeah.
See if I can catch that.
I'm always on hypervigilance where Isabel's concerned.
I will suggest that Moriko, if Moriko is present in character, almost certainly has
Whisper catching on? Almost certainly, yeah.
the like whatever the listening Shadow Lord thing going.
Yep.
What was the roll again?
Perception alertness difficulty 8.
Oh, I should roll that again. I had a wrong difficulty.
Not that means that we would know it, but that when Athena is back, I can't. Even if we flub this, I can't imagine Athena wouldn't know it.
0 successes.
One success.
All right. Boxcars is the only one that catches it. And you just hear Isabel tell the guard, go get Grace now.
Did I get a glance at that paper as Longbarrow was pulling it out, since I was standing next to him?
You can see that there's some sort of handwriting on it.
Can I read it?
Too small to really see as it's being handed off.
Parts of which are obscured by bloodstains. But he moves it fairly quickly, and you can't catch any individual words per se while it's making its way across the table.
Making its way.
I don't know how big this table is or anything like that. Is there a way to get around to see it? Like kind of ducking and I want to try and do that. I want to try and like go around and see if I can see what's on this thing.
Okay. As you walk around, there's a hand on your shoulder. Isabel's. Wait a moment. Let the elders look first. There's a kind of thoughtful silence.
Looks over and nods in a very like, we'll find out in a minute kind of way.
And then speaks to the breeze, looks up, and directly at you, Ingvar. This was found on the bodies of Black Spirals. We don't know which one in terms of who wrote it, but your Alpha's enemy was the one who carried it. And she kind of does the little 3-finger spin so it's facing up to you and just sort of slides it across the table.
Ingvar puts a hand down to stop it when it lands in front of her and just holds it into a position where both her and Alex can read it.
Okay. Yeah. And I will put that in your guys' journals then.
I'm a maneuver over to where I can see it too.
Yours as well, then.
A map.
No.
No?
Not a map.
Oh, sorry.
It says it's called a bloodstained page.
Oh, there it is. Sorry.
Yep.
The whole
Should
thing
be
moved
under the-
down. There we go.
Yep.
Um,
The blotted out bits are obscured by
Blood.
blood stains and have washed out. Are you transmitting this to the rest of the group at all as you read, or?
I'm gonna read first, and then if no one else does, I will.
Yeah, Ingvar will send it across.
Okay. I'll just put it in everybody's then.
And I'll just narrate at that point.
Yep.
Eam laid hold of my mind again last night, presumably night. Something of befoulment that lies under the mountain's peak, presumably peak. Touched, I'm going to assume my brain with its fingers feel the essence of our draconic god spring. Did heartbeats that the buried power emanates. What generations? I think its constrained form has turned inward, ursing glorious corruption across, as doubled and doubled again the severity of its vile beauty, presumably. Than small things that can have incredible power as become with myself. Our prey brethren cannot see it. To this world with such ferocity, and think how they might use the putrescent's heart for their own I'm going to assume pursuit of physical knowledge.
Prey brethren, presumably
Is us.
could also be the other folks they're working with at Intrepid that the spirals are working with.
Maybe.
If it says our prey brethren cannot see it, it's unlikely that it's most likely not worm-tainted folk they're talking about.
And the fact that prey brethren cannot see it, and then they say that they only think how to use the putrescent's heart for their own pursuit of physical knowledge.
Well, something.
Putrescent's heart. It might be referring to the non. It might be referring to the non-werewolf of Intrepid, because I don't think the putrescent's heart would refer to anything we'd handle.
What might draconic god spring whatever would that mean anything?
If you're trying to parse any of this, that is going to be wits and enigmas, difficulty 8.
I'll make
Excellent.
that roll.
If you don't have dots and enigmas, you can't roll it.
Oh,
I am sorry to say.
I have excess XP I could spend on.
Enigmas diff 8.
Not mid-game.
Come on.
Nope.
Oh, that's fair.
Which enigma's diff 8, you said?
Diff 8, yes.
I just have bits.
Nothing from Ingvar.
2 successes.
Okay. With 2 successes for Alex, draconic god, likely a direct reference to the worm / the worm's minions. You can ask one other question about this.
Okay, hang on.
Trying to piece together the prey brethren thing might be relevant.
Let
Unless
me
you have a
look at
better
it
question.
again. So we'll double again the severity of vile beauty. Prey brethren, maybe, but also like the possibly the like what the I don't know. Or is corrupt? It's weird. I don't know what you think would be most important. I don't know.
You're how many dots of occult do you have?
I got a few. Let me look. 2.
Okay. You with 2 dots of occult, you would know that any sort of reference. It's a very Black Spiral thing to talk about horrible things in positive terms.
Yep. Okay.
You know, right.
All right.
So things like
Corruption being glorious,
right.
putrescence being
Okay.
a good thing. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
That just sounds like general Black Spiral rhetoric.
Okay. All right.
Mhm. That
All right.
you don't even need the enigmas roll for.
All right.
Is any of this being shared over totem phone?
Yes.
Yeah, the entire contents.
Yeah,
of
the entire
okay.
contents of the
Yeah.
message are being shared over.
So-
so
I just quickly, I apologize for having been out of the room, but quickly, when it's mentioned that it's occluded in part by blood, do you want me to roll to see if Sal knows how to get blood out of paper? Because I know out of character, but I feel like that's something that Sal would know given his background.
do you have any dots in science?
Let me see. I don't. I mean, I have dots.
Do you have any dots in crafts?
Yes. No. Damn it. I don't. No. I mean, I have dots in having worked for the mob.
That's
No,
not something
but
you get dots in.
Grania definitely knows how to get blood out of paper
Yeah. I mean,
with both dots in science and craft.
Yep.
And medicine.
no. The issue is less getting the blood out of the paper and more that the liquid has dispersed the ballpoint pen ink that this was written in. So you could get the blood out; those would still be blank spots on the page.
Would I be able to? And this might also be no, depending on how soaked with blood this was. Would I be able to, if I'm sort of looking at the paper and what it's made of, would I be able to potentially, basically sort of scan the back of it and get enough of the indentation or marking from the other side of the paper in the places where the blood isn't necessarily all the way soaked through to reconstruct some of the letters or some of the words?
Unlikely.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
I didn't know how soaked it was.
It has soaked all the way through and out the other side.
Okay, yeah, so probably not then.
This is what happens when you fold up a piece of paper, put it in your pocket, and then somebody shoots and stabs you to death.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yep.
You know.
I'm kind of thinking of using that other bit of information to figure out what the laid hold again of my mind again last night. What the first word in that might be.
A dream.
That's true.
A dream laid hold of my mind again last night.
Okay. Something. All right. Okay, yeah. Pray, brethren, and like trying to figure out like what the last sentence means with that. I'll go with that.
Pray, brethren.
Is that us or is that?
As much as you've got two aspects here. Brethren obviously means something related to the Black Spirals, something attached to them in some physical, social, or metaphysical sense. Whatever the Black Spirals think of the Garou Nation, werewolves are not prey.
Okay. That sounds then like it's
going back to the Impergium. Humans are prey. They are allied with some humans.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
Occam's Razor would say they're talking about intrepid energy.
Cool.
With that
all right.
designate.
Awesome.
And with that, you're getting the vibe of the whichever Black Spiral wrote this is focusing on the spiritual aspect and the spiritual power of whatever's buried underneath that mountain. Intrepid is there for purely material reasons. They think they can use it.
Yep.
But they don't. And this would fit with what you know of humans. Humans are entirely physical creatures. It only Guru, being half human, half spirit, can traverse the gauntlet and that sort of thing. No matter how powerful a human physical corporation is, it doesn't have the tools unless it manages to utilize Guru or Black Spirals in some way.
Yep.
To really dig in and get a handle on the spiritual power behind things.
Then this doesn't sound particularly like they have gotten a breakthrough in releasing the thing under the mountain that we know is there. But as we're like looking at this, Alex is going to, in over totem phone, like nudge Ingvar. We should tell them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're going to take our break.
All right, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, use the bathroom, get some food, whatever you need to do. And please stay tuned for these commercial messages, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur story.
So, insights have been garnered somewhat from this blood-stained scrap of journal, maybe? Who knows?
Scrapbook.
So Ingvar sort of looks at it and converses with the rest of her pack in her head and looks up. This is about as close as it's going to get to concrete proof that Intrepid is definitely looking for whatever is under Thorodin, or under the peak of Thorodin Mountain.
And yet still very vague in terms of exactly what is located there. We are going to need stronger intel than half a journal page to give us any idea of the extent of the threat.
Over totem phone. Don't we know what the threat is as told to us by the Cairnheart?
Out of game, the Cairnheart told us something about what it is.
Gave us like a description and a threat level.
A name.
And gave us a title, really, but yeah.
Yeah, title.
Gave us a title, a threat level, and a description of what it will do if it gets out. Which we have not shared with anyone in the cairn.
Yeah, which is
this would be the time.
Yeah, I know, she's about to. But I want to get that information right, because I know we were given it. I just don't remember because it's been months.
Yep. Let me look that up to make sure I'm giving you the right information.
Like his Apocalypse Child or something like that.
You're muted, Mara.
There we go.
There you
Finally.
go.
Sorry,
The Child of Destruction.
Yeah, the Child of Destruction buried under the
There
front
it is.
range, bound by the Uktena and Wendigo.
Mhm.
That was the description of it, and basically, if it lets loose everything, if it gets loose, everything dies.
And what's the name of the Cairn spirit?
Ever-blooded
Ever-blooded
horns.
horns.
Blood horns. Information that we gleaned from Ever-blooded horns during our investigations told us that it is known as the Child of Destruction. That was bound there by the Uktena and the Wendigo, and that if it is let loose, its hunger will devour everything.
Which is when the door opens and Gray Snow walks in. So, what do we have here then?
And if no one else will, Ingvar will fill Grey Snow in on everything that just happened.
They'll gesture for you to hand the page, and
Yeah, she'll
He'll
hand the
read it
page over
down.
and recap.
that sounds very problematic then. The Child of Destruction. You said you spoke to Ever-blooded horns. When was this? Of course, at the trial, yes?
Indeed.
Something of this nature seems to be of import. I do not know what the elders will decide, but I'll recommend that at least some of the sept be tasked to back you up in your pursuit of this worm creature. Tell me, Child of Fenris, what does your pack request from the Sept of Forgotten Questions? Not in vague generalities. I want to know exactly what it is you would have us commit.
I would have us strip our
Bearing
enemies
in
wing-
mind
Go on.
that you are taking forces away from finding out what happened potentially to our Sept Elders pack.
The battle stratagem that I have formulated that will change depending on how much assistance I am given. In the ideal situation, I would strike to strip our enemy's wings before going for its throat. Blind it, take away its ability to regroup, make it weak. Precision strikes, low risk but high reward. Take out key points of interest, find and eliminate. As she sort of goes down the list of what we know of, like where they organize, where reinforcements are coming from, stop that from happening. Separate the hive from the main body, and basically very quickly strike down their ability to organize because their numbers are the most important thing they have as an advantage, and then go for the kill.
Okay. The primary flaw in that plan is that you don't know where the hive specifically is actually located.
Yes.
You do know where Intrepid's sort of backup base is. That was the place that you guys visually scouted first when you went and first picked out that they had Fomori and Worm Taint in their vehicles.
And so
that's their sort of core base command center in the area around these 3 survey camps that they had established.
Yeah, and so
according to Mordecai,
go on.
Yeah, according to Mordecai, the camp closest to Thorodin Mountain on the southeastern slopes is the one that seems to be closest to whatever it is they're actually looking for. So that would probably be your highest value target there. You don't know if the other ones are decoy camps or if they're alternate options that could still access that same thing.
Yeah.
But they seem to be secondary and tertiary in terms of importance of targets as things have been reconned thus far.
Yeah, and so so she she as she lays that out, she says, and the one piece of information that is vital that we are still missing is the location of the hideout of their most valuable warriors, their black spirals. If I could find that, then the plan would be easy enough to form. As the pack of wolves encircle your enemy, strip them of their strength, and then bite for the throat.
All right. So that's a plan. What are you asking for? Like the Master of the Right says. That's what you want to do. Now we want to hear what you think you need.
What I need, and do I know the rough size of the sept?
Not really, no.
Over the over the totem phone. You can probably make do with 2 packs as backup.
I would ask for 2 packs in assistance, if that is not too much of your number.
All right. We'll
Can I-
consider that request then.
Can I gauge the reaction on that? Is that
Give me a wits and empathy difficulty 8.
okay? That's fair. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
I, as the player, don't know roughly how many werewolves that would demand, but
Yeah.
Invar absolutely would.
somewhere between 4 and 8 each, I would assume.
No, I mean how much
Uh,
the plan that she's laid out would demand.
Oh,
More
I
like
mean,
3 to 6.
3 to 6. Yeah, I mean, like, for the plan, as far as you've laid out, as far as my mind, it would require 3: 1 scout, one scout, 1 kill, 1 harass. Like,
Yeah.
if one to actually locate targets, 1 to take out targets, and the other to protect the second and first while they're dealing with them.
Rolling great too.
Somewhere.
It's not a small ask.
There.
Yeah.
You are definitely getting that. They might be able to make it happen,
Okay.
but that is going to push them to the edge of what they think is appropriate.
Okay.
As you have spent time in Denver, you know there's at least one pack, usually at all times, that is just charged with Cairn.
Yep.
So that takes 1 out.
Uh-huh.
You know that there are a couple other packs, but you would guess that there are probably that would if you eliminate the pack that is responsible for the Cairn,
Mm-hmm.
you are probably asking for at least a quarter of their forces, if
Okay.
not more.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so she definitely frames that as that is my ideal of what I want to reach for, and I will work with whatever I can get.
Yeah. Quick question as well. And etiquette wise, or how things are arranged. Does that also include packs like us and I don't know, and like Granya's previous pack, if they had made it here, would those be included in those numbers, or we could also potentially pull from like unaffiliated packs that are in the area?
There, as far as you're aware, there are no unaffiliated packs in the area.
Damn it. Okay.
For
some
it's
reason I
pretty
thought that-
rare
Okay.
that a sept, usually a pack that is not part of a sept would probably be several days travel, even as the wolf runs away.
Mhm. Okay.
If you're willing to wait a few days, maybe you could.
This seems like a bad plan.
I mean, you got lots of friends in Vegas. Maybe they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
To be fair, the friends in Vegas can take a moon bridge and be here now.
There is still potentially a convoy from Atlanta coming.
Yeah. That's true. All right. When will they decide? Yeah.
We can give you an answer tomorrow morning.
We thank you for your consideration, and we'll wait upon your decision.
You have any further questions for the elders?
I would ask if there is anything we can provide in the meantime to make this decision easier.
Unless you've got any hidden hard intel up your sleeve that you've seen fit to hold back for whatever reason. Information is what we're most lacking.
Question is that have I not told them anything yet that I'm just not thinking of?
I can't think of anything.
The artifacts sort of scattered around the mountain.
I mean, the fetishes, yeah. You haven't told
Might be.
anybody about the fetishes around.
Yeah. But
That's something we could go hunting for while we wait.
Yeah, I mean, information I had not particularly relating to the situation, but relating to ways to strengthen yourselves and your pack. Information that we will probably be taking advantage of in the meantime is the location and general existence of several caches of fetishes that exist within the Umbra under protection of spirits in the aftermath of what was the name of the prince?
Jacob
Okay.
Morningkill.
In the aftermath of King Jacob Morningkill's passage through this region.
Give me a wits and empathy, anybody in the room. Diff 7.
yeah.
They already knew.
Or we just spouted a whole bunch of fairy tales
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, those kids. Got one?
With sympathy, diff 7, you said?
Oh, I didn't.
Div 7.
Why you gotta give me 2 10s and 2 1s?
What, sorry, it was with sympathy.
Wits, empathy, 7.
2 successes.
I feel like it's more of the fact of you just gave a sept a bunch of fetishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they'll help, like, we intend to actively go hunt some, but if they'll help the sept, they'll help the
Just
sept.
told.
Like, as far as Ingvar's concerned, we are all warriors of Gaia, and any fetishes help all of us.
Yep. Ingvar, you're just looking at the elders and they kind of nod. Grania and Alex, you're standing off to the side a little bit and you see just the faintest shift from Gray Snow.
Shift.
Of just changes his position slightly. He's been looking at the page most of this time, and you can see just the faintest tilt of the head as something has happened in this room that's actually diverted his attention from this page.
I got Grace Snow's attention. Look at that.
Does that seem like a
That's not necessarily a good thing.
It's a Shadow Lord. Does that seem like
No,
a?
he's not.
Grace Snow's a Silver Fang.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yeah.
well, does that seem like a? Oh, that's interesting shift, or does it seem like what a schmuck shift?
More the former.
Okay, so oh, that's interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mine.
Yeah, that. That's what that is.
Yep. So,
We intend to continue to hunt some of these to strengthen ourselves before this task, but as we are all warriors of Gaia, having access to these will strengthen all of us.
wise words. All right. Return to your pack. Prepare yourselves. I'll have an answer for you tomorrow. Bear in mind, whatever we can give you may take a day or two to mobilize.
We thank you for your consideration, Rhea.
Gaia's blessings upon you, Ironblood, and all of yours.
Swiftness to your deliberations and strength to your wills.
And Gray Snow opens the door.
We head out.
All right. Meanwhile, back up in the main room.
Completely fucking oblivious.
Have Sal give me just a charisma and expression difficulty 6.
Can I argue for appearance?
Appearance is your first impression. You've already made that.
Okay.
Appearance is for your initial out of the gate oomph.
Okay.
You've actually engaged Aoife in conversation, so it's down to charisma now.
Okay.
She's seen
I
you.
have
Now she wants to know about your personality.
So, you said difficulty 6?
Yep.
I have animal magnetism. Is that difficulty 4 then?
I think it might be. Let me check on that just to be sure.
It's just it's a -2 to difficulty when you are interacting with or seducing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So
in
4. Yep.
In a romantical style way.
I would argue there's nothing romantic about this.
Grania thinks this is purely transactional.
This is how my dad met my mom. Let's see. You said expression?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Based on how easily he betrayed Dakota's trust, of course this is transactional.
Of course.
Oh.
Big old goose egg.
Wait. Oh,
Those
yeah,
ones.
the 2 1s canceled out the 7 and the 8.
Yep.
Shit. I meant to spend a willpower, but I didn't say it.
That's okay. This is an extended roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get 2 more if you decide you want to spend time.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely will. The other thing I would like to do, and this might take away from the time, but like I wanted to ask, considering that Sal and Dakota have been roommates now for weeks, and Holly, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the vibe of that is very like middle school sleepover.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does Dakota have a type for humans?
You would have absolutely no idea.
That you don't think that's ever
She
anything they have
has
talked about?
Yeah, she's no interest. She's expressed no interest.
No interest in humans whatsoever?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Sal will at least be trying to get Dakota like chatting with the friendliest person other than
Already
She's-
doing
How
that.
did you?
She's gone.
How? I was gonna say she
Yeah.
walked.
Yeah.
She stormed
Yeah,
off.
they
Remember?
walked
with
off.
Val. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to leave your person to do that.
Also already doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Val.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I know she pulled Val away. I didn't know that was like a permanent thing though.
No, she went to like the other side of the room. She's getting away
Mad at
from
you.
Sal.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so Sal will continue chatting.
Okay. Give me one more of
But-
those.
Actually, what was the vibe? And I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm kind of a mess tonight. What was
That's
the
okay.
what was the vibe when Dakota left?
Angry.
Like
Angry
at-
and hurt.
at Sal?
Yes.
For what did he do this time?
You claimed that Careless Whisper was their song, as in you and Aoife when it started playing.
Okay.
Which is why you
And
get
it was-
which is why you get 0 successes on this original one, because that sort of shifts the tone slightly and you have to recover from that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm.
All right.
So Eva makes some sort of side comment about how, wow, doesn't seem like your backmate agreed with you on that. And then asks you some sort of question about your background and starts to engage you in conversation, but still very kind of coolly evaluatory at this point still.
Sure. Yeah, I will do another.
You
Are
can
you
spend a
spending
willpower
on this?
No.
Okay. So how does Sal close this?
With the sort of the intention with it not being tonight, but basically saying, listen, you know, we're gonna be in town, maybe to stay, maybe for a while. And he kind of gestures around. He says, you know, it's I wish we'd met on another night and not you understand what tonight's all about. I gotta be with my people tonight, but it's so nice to find people that you share a hobby with. And maybe you can take me yes? No, I'm gonna wait until you're out of the room for this one. Thank you.
Coitus
Amazing.
interruptus.
Fantastic.
Holy shit.
Yeah, great. So Sal says, it's so nice to find somebody that you share a hobby with. If it were mountain climbing, I feel like this is the kind of this is the point where we'd set up a time to go mountain climbing. So
That's what
maybe
she's
you and I
trying to
could meet up.
do.
I didn't hear it.
So that's what she's trying to do.
Yeah. So I figure you and I can maybe pick a point and go sightseeing. Maybe tomorrow night.
She kind of looks you up and down. Glasswalker, aren't you?
What gave me away?
Give me your phone.
Got it. I will hand over the phone. I will.
Okay.
I will open it to the contacts, and I will hand like an open contact field.
Right. Yep. She'll key in her salient details.
Does she hit back and be like, you have contact details for literally every sentient being on Earth? And
No,
that's
no.
weird.
Nope.
Okay.
She has the understanding of the power dynamics here to where she keys in her pertinent information, but doesn't hit save, just hands it back to you with that already filled out.
And I will I will send back a text. I will come see you when I am ready. Keep the door closed. And sends back a text that just says belay on.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. She,
of course, a
Right.
winky face emoji.
right, naturally. I will ruminate on what her initial response is. I'm sure it'll be something appropriate.
Just several like stacks of dollar bill emojis.
No. And so Dakota, you stormed off in a huff
With Val.
with Val.
I'm sorry. I'm just dragging you up.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, she probably went to like the other side of the room and kind of just found a corner and sat down.
Like on the floor?
Yep.
Okay. Still holding onto his arm?
Yep.
You are drugged to the floor. Unless you intend to resist and or pull away from that.
No.
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
I'm mad at Sal right now.
No. I got that.
I guess I'm not missing anything here.
It's fine. You'll be my new Sal.
That's mildly terrifying.
Go for it.
Harsh.
Her names sound close enough. Yeah, so Dakota will just turn her attention to Val.
Yep.
Oh, tell me everything. Tell me all your favorite things and tell me what you like to do. Oh, and here. And she'll reach into her bag and hold out a rainbow scarf.
Which I feel like he's somewhat aware of what that is. He's like, yeah. Thanks.
You're at least aware that
Yeah.
everyone in the pack wears
Yep.
one.
Yep.
You've become the bounce back best friend.
Rebound BFF.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, well, I mean, I don't know. I've been like favorite things like what? Like,
What do you like to do? What are your favorite colors? What do you like to eat? I like to make food a lot.
oh. Well, I mean, I mostly eat out a lot. I live by myself.
Weird, so
So
does Sal.
just, what?
I said weird. So does Sal.
Now I mostly eat out, just whenever I'm feeling like there's some really good restaurants here in town. Favorite color, purple, I guess. I don't think about it that much. And then I spend a lot of time here at the Sept and see what I can do to make myself useful, since there's not, until you've got a bank, there's not much that you can do going out and doing stuff.
Is there a Silverfang out there who is not obligated to say their favorite color is silver?
I mean, Val,
Oh,
obviously.
they've got house colors.
Yeah.
You're definitely allowed to say your house color is your favorite when it's not silver.
I just realized that the Silverfangs are fucking Hogwarts of the Gru Nation.
Yep.
Oh no. I mean, when I'm not doing that, I work out a lot. I go out, hit clubs from time to time.
I like to lift weights. I like to go over there, and sometimes over there.
I have never been to a club before.
Never been to a club?
Mm-mm.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. There's a lot of lupus here who haven't. It's pretty dope. It's good times. We should go at some point.
Okay.
Right now.
I love Val is getting
Worst
the
idea.
kindergarten third degree. Tell me your favorite everything.
Your
Yes.
favorite everything. But yeah, where did everybody go, by the way?
Oh, something came up, and so they had to go talk to people. It's
Oh,
fine. They'll be back
Cool.
soon.
Okay, dope. So yeah, I mean, outside of that, I don't know. I guess, what are your favorite things?
I like rainbows.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair.
And I like every color, and I like every food, but I'm not that big on alcohol. And
All right.
what do I like to do? It's kind of been go, go, go
I mean,
lately. Yeah.
that's the way for us, right? Like, it's not like, I don't know how humans do it, or wolves, but it's pretty much what we do, right? Just what we're supposed to, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So yeah.
And then she'll probably just make small talk with
Cool.
him like that.
That's when the crickets take over.
We can fast forward to the rest of the pack returning to the Cairnheart. Now in possession of more information than they had previously.
As Ingvar says over the totem phone. Whenever everyone has a moment, gather up so we can share information.
Vendors assemble.
Okay. Can I bring Val?
Absolutely. Speaking of, she says in general over the totem link, Dustbringer, are you nearby?
There's a flutter of energy through the mind link that feels affirmative.
We
Do you
may
want me-
be bringing another into our fold soon.
There's an immediate kind of the initial impulse that you had just received was more like a flutter of wings. This is more a very small scale lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember that you will need to find somebody to do the right. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Moriko knows the right.
No, we didn't
No.
learn it. From I can go ask.
Oh, right, Hawk's
Hawk's
Wandering. is the one
Wandering.
doing
Yep.
it. Yes, if you
Knows
could,
it.
ask Hawk's Wandering if she can do it, or if she can teach either you or Moriko.
Yeah. I'll be back. Alex will go off and do that. I don't know how long it takes to learn to write. There's like
A couple
it-
weeks.
Oh, so
That's-
yeah, so do
That's
it
a
then.
little long. Yeah. Can you
I don't
possibly
does
do the
Hikawa
right?
know that right? No, probably not.
Oh,
I don't think Cacao knows the right.
you would
don't
have had
mind
to
later.
buy it. Yeah. Yeah, Alex will go and ask if she can do it probably tomorrow at this point.
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah. We would well actually no, because Hekau wasn't here the last time it happened, so he doesn't need to be here for that to work. So
Nope. Nope,
yeah.
sure don't.
Ask and see if she can do it at some point tonight or tomorrow.
She says she can.
Okay.
Probably tomorrow. And She recommends doing it here.
Okay. We have to come back to find out. So that works. Thank you.
Of course. She kind of gives you a little bit of a knowing look. Pretty easily able to piece together exactly who it is you're bringing into your pack. Really?
I guess.
You
We'll see.
guess.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him much.
She reaches out a hand and puts it on your shoulder. I know it's not going to be easy stepping into his shoes. You can't be feeling very comfortable right now. This is our life. And even though you started yours differently, this is our nation. And this is our life.
Yes.
And if I know our Stormstar, he would not have left if he still needed to prepare you more than he had. Because he was a stubborn little fuck that way.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yes. She'll head back.
Okay.
At some point in here, Dakota gets a text.
What's it say?
It just says, "Sorry, I was an asshole." Period. And then it said it's heart emoji, you, and then a rainbow.
She will look at it, not respond.
Oh no.
Left on red. Left on red.
Excellent.
Sal gets an answer back.
Okay.
Simply 2 mountain emojis.
2 mountain emojis.
Yep.
And here we see the duality of man.
And at some point, Dakota will get up, grab Val's hand, and say, "We're going this way now," and take him
Okay.
back
Okay.
to the others.
I will send a text back to Ifa that is a mountain, a car, and a mountain. And then I
Oh
will
my
send,
fucking god.
and then I will send a text to Dakota. There's an emoji, a baby emoji, and a shark emoji.
The best thing it would be if Sal got confused mid-text and sent those in the wrong direction.
I was waiting for that.
But he's not my age. He's his age.
Get back to the rest of the group. Let everyone know.
Yeah,
She
fill
can do
everyone
the
in,
right-
and basically after filling everyone in, Ingvar's immediate plan, as she lays it out, is the next couple of whether they answer us in the affirmative or not. The next couple of days is going to be preparing for dealing with this. So we're going to go fetish hunting in the next couple of days.
I think we should prioritize which ones we're going after first. I think Grace Snow was probably going to. He seemed interested.
Oh yes, letting them know means that
Powerful
there are going to be other packs who are going to be looking as well. So the ones that we want to go for first.
Yes. Where are we staying?
That's a good question.
Mariko will reference that she knows the right of the cardboard palace, and there are plenty of trees and shit.
To clarify, are we all together yet?
Yeah, this
or
is
still-
everyone
think-
having this
Yeah.
information shared together.
And to clarify another thing.
Verbally, yes. Not over
Okay.
the
Yes.
totem phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is verbally.
Couple questions. First, what? Second, what? Third, what? And fourth, if you need a place to stay, as it probably occurs to you guys, somebody has no fucking idea what happened in the last hour plus.
Oh God, we're gonna have to like.
If you need a place to stay, I live
You have you have a phone?
here. Yeah.
Can I see it?
Why?
So I can put
Just
my
gonna blow
number
it up.
in your phone so I can text you the relevant details rather than having to spell it out so you can read at your own pace.
Over.
He'll give his number.
Take it, and then data dump a text to Val.
Okay.
Over.
Now somebody
Tony.
will have to explain some of it to me because since I wasn't involved, I was legitimately not paying
Yeah,
attention to a good
Mhm.
portion of it.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yep.
general explanation. There was a letter that was found on the
Yeah.
body of one of the Black Spirals that confirmed the involvement.
Yeah.
And then the conversation basically broke down of, we're gonna give you guys some extra information. What we're asking for is 2 packs to help us harry and figure out what we're doing, and like two extra packs to help us harry and deal with Intrepid.
Yep. Okay.
So that we can assault, scout, and harry with 3 packs.
Yeah.
Sounds
about right.
And the extra information that we traded them, aside from just letting them know about all of this and the identity of the thing under the mountain, was the presence of the fetishes. So because if we're not going to get them, somebody should get them. So that the Gru Nation has access to them. And so we are going fetish hunting the next couple of days to get the fetishes that we want before the rest of the nation picks up the rest of them.
They know a couple days is going to be a little bit of a generous estimate for how long it's going to take them.
Oh yes, it's going to take them some time to mobilize, even if they do they do agree with us.
That's exactly the opposite of what I just said. They will be on that shit tomorrow at the outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
You're talking about the fetishes,
Which-
not the
Yeah.
assistants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we are going hunting, to get the ones that we want first before the rest have gone mobilizing for them.
Picked over.
Dope. Makes sense.
Because we know ones that are relevant to us.
Is Dakota doing that thing where she's not looking at Sal?
Yep, not looking at Sal.
Okay.
Arm's still linked with Val.
You get
bestie.
you get another text which says, "Will you stop being mad at me if I'm nice to the new guy?"
She's not reading any of her texts.
She's not reading the text.
She read the first one, but she's not reading the other ones he's sending
All
to
right,
her
then
now.
hear that over totem phone.
She won't respond.
Everybody hears that over totem.
What do we hear?
Sal, off the public line.
It's just, hey, Technicolor, will you stop being mad at me if I stop being nice to the new guy?
What did you do, Sal?
Is that over
No, that's over text.
oh, okay.
Off the public line was over the totem phone, though.
Yeah, I'll text back to Alex.
How'd the date go?
I'll text back to Alex. Technicolor, and it's just rainbow emoji. Doesn't approve of my flirting style.
I will look at the. I didn't know we were a bunch of teenagers with all the texting going on right now.
Ingvar just sort of shrugged.
You're literally sitting there typing up 5 pages of text.
This is informational.
So is this.
All right.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Notably, what Ingvar gave them was the existence of the fetishes. She didn't tell them
Yes,
exactly
this
where
is
they
true.
were.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, no, she didn't
We'll
tell
have
them
to do an
where they
extra
were
step.
or who had them or any
Yeah.
pertinent details about what
No.
types they were or anything.
Yeah.
Just, oh, by the way,
There's some stuff.
There's a bunch of
gold
fetishes in
them
the
there
Umbra.
hills.
Right.
This is true.
There's gold in there. So We got time to go hunting before they figure out what they're hunting for.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where's
Tell-
this fan?
You have initiated the fetish gold rush. Congratulations. Fat life's gonna make a lot of money.
Out loud, Sal says, 2 times you got a place, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, I got
How big
Is
is your
there-
place?
fairly big. I mean, it's
I live
judging
there
by
by
the look of
myself.
you, I feel like this is a ridiculous question, but is there room for all of us?
yeah, absolutely. I got like 4 bedrooms and 5 baths.
It's like a whole ass house, right?
yeah. Oh yes,
Yeah.
I haven't shared it with you, but yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I-
Mhm.
you know me. I already
Right.
have an address and fucking everything.
I have an apartment that I really need to get back to. So
I'll text you the address. So if you need to go find me for whatever reason, I don't know if we're all going, but if you need to go there for whatever reason, you know it.
Can I try to read Grania if it's at all evident that Grania is like looking to bounce?
you give me a
Wits and empathy 6.
I think Paul. Jesus, what game are we playing?
Fuck if I know.
Um,
The
didn't
fancy
start
the
this.
fancy modern house.
Yep. Oh yes.
Oh
I've seen
boy,
that.
look at that.
Sorry, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths. I was
what's what's manipulation subterfuge for?
If you're trying to keep it on the DL, yep, manipulation subterfuge 6.
I've always wondered why it's a standard to have one more bed than there is bath.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to share a bathroom than it is a bedroom.
I mean, yeah, but
that.
also, usually some of those bedrooms you're going to use as other stuff like offices.
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Where is my? Oh, there it is.
Man, Sal is insightful tonight.
At some point,
Amazing.
Dakota will let Val know that we have one more coming in the next day or so.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, obviously it's fine. You know, I mean.
Difference of 3.
Difference of 3.
Grania doesn't look like she's trying to like bounce like out of the pack. Grania looks like she's just done. Like beneath the like the jokes, she is checked. She's checked out.
Sal will kind of try to let me know when she starts to head out, and Sal will try to like catch Grania real quick before she leaves.
Yeah, no, she'll wait until everybody's leaving and then she'll head out towards her car. So at that point, whatever.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else is doing anything else before that point.
I will, if that's not happening right now, Sal will just say to Val about the whole house thing. That's a solid offer. That's appreciated.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, obviously, totally fine.
Just to let you know, the last place we crashed kind of got blown up.
That's fair. That's a thing you should
To
know.
be fair, that was because of an intrepid attack. I think everyone in the Sept knows that one.
I don't want to make this sound bad, but everybody fucking knows about that.
Yeah,
There's a big difference.
Worth noting, Intrepid's very good at tracking information. So if you buy in things with a card and you're involved in anything that's going to be going against them, they're going to trace it. So,
I mean, obviously, but there's a big difference between where you guys were and my house.
They traced us there from a pair of drones we bought in a Walmart.
That doesn't change what I'm about to say. You were staying out in the fucking boonies where that kind of shit can happen and nobody makes notice. I live in the center of downtown of fucking Denver.
Yeah, there's not really much room.
They blow up my house. People notice.
There's not much room to move an assault vehicle through the streets of Denver without being spotted.
Yeah, attack helicopters. I don't know how long. I don't know how familiar you are with Denver, but we don't tend to react to attack helicopters real well. And we start to spread the news of that kind of shit.
You have a history of attack helicopters attacking Denver.
No, we're just a bunch of pot smoking paranoid fuckers.
I want to
Is
see
Denver
this
is
place.
Denver the source of the black helicopters meme?
No, honestly,
No.
that
That goes
predates
back so far.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, was Denver the one? I could have sworn that was New Mexico because of the whole Roswell thing.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
that
fucking
goes
all
back
over the
to,
place.
Yeah. Unmarked black helicopters are, they're a trope for a reason.
Yeah.
So are you guys headed to Val's place?
Yep.
All right, dope.
Well, that
yeah.
So,
Granya's heading to
yes,
hers.
that's when I would catch Grania.
Okay.
Hey, new Coke. Got a sec?
Here's how it's up.
Just some real fucking shit today. I just want to make sure you're all right. I mean, none of us is all right, but
Yeah, in a roll. Yes, Hal, I'm fine.
look, we're all going through the same stuff. And Technicolor, she's got more heart than I do, but I can still listen if you want to talk or if you want to get drunk or whatever you need. If you need time to yourself, that's all right. But just in case maybe you shouldn't want to be by yourself, you got a place with us, all right?
I appreciate it, Sal. Not really feeling the mood for company at the moment, though.
I get it. I do. I just want to make sure you know that if you want it, you're welcome.
I appreciate it, Sal.
I'm not good at getting all mushy and shit, but and I know you and I have a good time giving each other shit, but just watch out for yourself, all right?
Always do.
And this has been the thing that I've had a hard time doing, but let other people watch out for you too. That's what the pack's for.
Just reach out and just pat you on the shoulder.
Reach out, sort of other arm comes up, squeezes your shoulder. You change your mind, you got the address, right? You come on back.
Yeah, I got the address.
All right.
Get in her car or get in the Blazer and drive off.
Okay. When you get to your apartment, Grania, you find a plastic crate on your doorstep.
Postmark Atlanta.
Zip tied shut. With a little manifest on inside a adhesive clear pouch on the outside. And it's addressed to Firelight Consultants Incorporated, Denver, Colorado. From something called QVXC Limited, which basically is corporate initial gibberish.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So you're like, okay, all right.
I'm gonna pull it into the apartment.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Crack it open.
Yep.
What's
3
inside?
Kevlar vests. 3 Kevlar vests. Sizable for pretty much anybody that would need to fit into them in Hamid form. One combat helmet with faceplate or face shield.
It's for Sal.
One can of Baneclave repellent. Oh man!
Shit! 24 hours, you bastards! And give me a perception alertness 8.
And a black spiral in the corner.
Pocket spiral.
2 successes.
I'll rip your guts out. Pull out the armor, pull out the helmet, right? And then you look at the bottom. And that foam at the bottom is definitely a couple inches thicker than it actually needs to be. So you dig down in there, rip that out. And you've got 2 small blocks of C4 in there as well.
It isn't even my birthday. She just says to herself.
These are about the size that you'd use to either you'd be able to rupture a pretty decent sized structural thing with them, or you could quarter them if you needed to like pop a security door or something like that.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely one of these is a breach charge and the others are just general dismantling.
Go.
So yeah, I'm gonna not the C4, but I'm gonna take a picture of the other stuff and just text it to the like sort of like the group text and just be like presents from back home with the Kevlar vests and the helmet. And I will have written in like lipstick, like red lipstick on the front of the faceplate for Sal.
Fantastic.
You get back. Damn, Uber's really picked up their game.
All right. The rest of you, I assume, follow Val. What does Val drive?
So Val drives a 2020 Lexus ES hybrid.
Yeah, fuck you.
It is sunlit green. So yeah, you guys, I don't know how you guys got it. I know you've been sort of I know your cars got blew up at the last place, so I'm not sure how you guys got here.
I believe Sal has a replacement now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And also Granya's car
Yeah, you
is
guys
fine.
can follow me or
Yeah.
somebody come with, however works. But yeah.
I'll ride with you.
Oh wait. Dope.
The sting
You
of
and me,
betrayal
Sal.
finally hits.
That's in character.
Okay,
Really,
okay,
really
good. I
over
was
the
like,
top
please
swap.
tell me. Okay.
You stub your toe?
He's like miming an arrow to the
He's a
chest.
sensitive soul. Come on, Sal.
They got me right where I live. Oh, Technicolor, why you gotta do me like this?
She's ignoring Sal.
Oh no.
In car.
Yeah, we get in the car.
Yep.
In cars.
I have to figure out who Ingvar's riding with now.
Yes, you do.
Took away the easy choice.
An important choice.
It is. It legitimately is an important choice right now.
Is Ingvar like legitimately appearing to choose?
Oh no, she's calculating, but she is absolutely in I have to be the face of a leader mode right now, so her face is like dead ahead.
Can I still try to gauge what that means?
Sure.
3.
Wait, you're being all empathetic.
Manipulation subterfuge. This is a
I'm
social role, so
learning.
pure breed applied.
Yep. I feel
My
like pure
cell
breed
voice is just
definitely helps her
gradually
keep a
becoming
straight
Rumpel's band.
face.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
And you can spend
Manipulation.
willpower.
Subterfuge. Oh, I'm absolutely spending willpower on this.
Beautiful.
I have 9 of the fuckers. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bonus dice. Still got there.
Ooh.
Because it's only 2 successes, so you get 1 success worth. All
right.
You get the immediate sense that Ingvar is judging who needs her presence more between the two of you.
If you get over totem phone. Yeah, I think over totem phone because it looks like you're like snapping the decision of a place of trying to make a decision, right?
Yeah.
Is would it be possible to say something discreetly like are Val and Dakota already in the car?
I mean, I feel like they're probably walking ahead of her, so they're probably like at least a few steps ahead of her.
If Sal can kind of like grab Ingvar's elbow and kind of tug on it for a second, and then he'll whisper, go with the new kid. It'll mean a hell of a lot to him.
She nods and then walks over to Val's car.
Okay. So, yeah.
What did?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna talk to Sal, but go.
Okay. Yeah, no, he gets in, lets him in. You guys start up. I am very, very fucking sorry. And it is definitely like full on bro rock.
Oh yeah.
There's a brief moment of I've
Is
made
it
a terrible
Radiohead?
mistake.
It is no.
Okay.
Not pretentious bro rock.
Oh, okay.
No, it's
Like-
Creed.
No. He has some taste. Fuck Creed. No, it's gonna be about a step above that. It'll probably start off with like Nickelback.
Okay.
You have some taste. Nickelback.
Hey, I will argue, and this is Jeremy. This is not Val. I will argue that Nickelback is not a good band, but they are a very enjoyable band to listen to.
I can make the same argument for Creed.
No, I cannot handle Creed. That's a whole thing. Moving on from that, we will have that debate at a later time.
Weird arms, wide
Put
open.
your votes in chat. Team Nickelback or Team Creed.
I just think it's very telling that Jeremy, instead of saying the like ultimate Freudian slip, instead of saying band, Jeremy said bland.
That's not wrong. Like, look, I get all the Nickelback criticisms, but I also have a Nickelback playlist because there are times you just want. Look, there are times sometimes you want to watch The Godfather, and there are times you want to watch Beavis and Butthead do the universe.
I'm not making fun of you. I just thought it was a funny.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
I just love the concept of getting into Val's car and he's like, "Hey, yeah, no, we're gonna be on a ride. Water in the console if you need it. Anyway, here's Wonderwall."
I feel like there's probably an element where Ingvar's just like, finally, it's something other than big band music,
right?
I mean, there's a little bit of
The
that, but
problem
there's
with
also
that, though, Jack, is that Nickelback is still known and still well known. Val is 20 years old.
That's
Val
true.
doesn't know Britpop.
I was gonna say Val doesn't know Oasis.
No.
there is an element of it's not big band music, but there's also an element of Ingvar's like metalhead heart is breaking right now because the only other person with a vehicle who can choose music chooses fucking Nickelback.
I mean, okay, it cycles through because it's Disturbed, it's fucking there are bands and there are names that are just not occurring to me at the moment.
Shine Down.
Yeah, probably some Shine Down.
Actually, no. Definitely Five Finger Death Punch.
No, fuck them. For moral reasons, fuck that band.
Fair.
Yeah, it's a weird mix of like that and then 100% like club like I'm putting this as a generation thing, but there's no other way to describe it. Millennial club music. Like young millennial club music.
It's not actually
Zillennial.
club music because it's a wrestler's intro, but I'm just picturing Zack Ryder's radio.
Like there's a lot of like remixes of Fall Out Boy and non-remixes of Fall Out Boy because they're also absolutely pro rock. And like Chainsmokers and
Dave Matthews Band.
Lots of Panic.
Yeah,
Panic at the
probably.
Disco.
There's
Panic at the Disco
and
mixed
Panic at the
in with,
Disco
like, the
covering
Billie
Fall Out
Eilishes
Boy and Fall Out
and
Boy covering
Olivia
Panic at the Disco.
Rodrigo and stuff like that.
All right, but does Val play any Limp Bizkit?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Everybody knows that Limp Bizkit is trash.
Okay, good.
That's a universal generational thing.
I've established out of all the bands that I know, because they're Finnish and Ingvar is Norse and is like 2 countries away, that she's craving someone to play any amount of Lordy.
Yeah, I don't think Val knows Lordy.
See,
They had in the US, they had one fucking hit.
Yeah.
Grania
Like-
plays good music.
They're actually-
Meanwhile, in the other vehicle.
Yeah, there actually is probably some like Russian rock bands though, like old school Russian like metal rock bands.
Like she's waiting for like Powerwolf and Lordy because those are like probably her 2 favorites and individual like Euro metal.
But
Anyway.
meanwhile, in the other vehicle.
Yes.
What did you do?
What color hair does Ifa have?
Brown.
Brown. All right. So I met this brunette and we really hit it off. But New Coke did this thing with my phone where it started playing Careless Whisper, and I made a joke about, hey, look, they're playing our song, and Dakota took that real personal because it's kind of like our song, but not in that way. It's like a joke thing. So I just, and he kind of pauses. I'm just trying to sort of, while driving, gauge Alex's reaction to this.
Sure. Yeah. If you want to roll for it, you can, but she's not hiding this. She wants you to know this.
Okay, yeah. So what am I?
She is kind of like frustrated and annoyed and slightly disgusted at his funeral, like right after.
I mean, we made a date for tomorrow night, not tonight. But
Oh, good.
look,
She'll
the
know
boss-
that.
So I'm spending the night at this really nice house. Just swing on by around like 11. It's my buddy Val's, and he'll let you in.
At 12, at 12:01, so it's technically tomorrow.
And technically the next day.
look, they had a lot of broom closets back there. It would have been worse. No, he says, look, the boss would want us all to move on and make our peace and seek comfort how we get it.
Is that what you think? Or is that what you're telling yourself?
No, I know it from the note. I'm reaching out, I'm making connections. I'm trying to find, look, Boxcars, I'm new to this whole thing of, admitting when I fucked up.
What's her name?
Afa
Okay,
McNamara.
cool.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I owe it to the boss to kind of get to know the area a little better. We loved it.
Do you
And I
want to
thought-
stay here?
Like the
What's
one
going
night
on?
hotel room.
I don't know. I mean,
You want to get to know someone who you want to go on this date real bad. You want to get to know someone from this city that we have just got to 2 weeks ago and have spent like zero time actually in the city because we've been out in the woods doing, all of that.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I just something to.
You really want to get to know her by
I
They're
mean,
both equally passionate about it.
Shared hobby.
there's also look.
I don't
Everybody,
ca- okay.
everybody was.
maybe this is just me and like I don't get any of this that I don't get that, but you tried to hook up with someone at the funeral of our alpha, having just met her, knowing that we're probably not really going to stay here. We're going to go out and, in the next couple days, once we get everything assembled, we're going to be able to go and do this. But like, when you were talking to her, you didn't know that. We don't know what the plans are. We don't know any of that. There's a.
I know what our plans are in general,
Okay.
and I know that any of us, including me, might not be coming back. And I want to feel alive again before that happens. I don't think there's any miscommunication. We're not picking out wallpaper or nothing. Seems like a kindred spirit who enjoys an evening.
All right. I'm glad it's better than last time. She will pull out the letter from Aiden as I find it to find the bits of that I'm gonna read. Aiden. I don't like you saying that Aiden would have wanted that. I don't know what he wrote to you. Never mind. But
Look, I'm not blaming the boss for my own needs and wants. Those are what they are. But I do know he would want us all to be happy if we can. Take what comfort where we can.
all of us. And Aiden's letter, and she crosses her arms and like looks down at the paper that she has unfolded now. You should not read it because you will not be looking at the road in front of you.
Yeah.
So if you want to make that roll, you can. But she says there is a difference between making a connection with people and getting your needs met, and everything that this nation does at the expense of people and in ways that won't build this nation up and that leave cubs left without guidance or a way to just be careful and understand what you might be making.
Can I understand from that? Is there a potential misunderstanding here that I was like hitting on another guru, or is it just,
no?
okay? Just
She
the phrase "what you might be making." I wanted to
Yeah.
just be, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She is referencing, because I think Aiden said this to the rest of us. I'm not remember. I'm not sure.
I
Maybe
legitimately don't
maybe it was just
remember.
something.
I don't remember if he ever said it.
Okay, I thought he had.
I honestly think there are 3 people in the pack who know, because they were told about it in letters, and I don't think he ever publicly talked about that.
No, I actually
did.
remember a comment, I think, out of character.
Yes.
First season, but I don't think it was ever discussed in character.
No, he never talked
Okay,
about.
then that's fair. Then
Yeah.
Alex is referencing something then that Sal does not know.
Yep.
Yep.
Sal kind of, his eyebrows wrinkle, and he says, "Boxcars? Did the boss leave you a letter telling me to wear a rubber?"
Oh my God!
No. He left me a letter.
Left that one to Grania.
I don't know what Grania got. He's just talking about family stuff and how he had wanted to be able to talk to me about mine, because he kind of knew what it was like a bit, maybe. I don't know. He was
Sorry, go ahead, guys.
his kinfolk gave him up for adoption. And then
So he's a lost cub. Shit.
so don't go putting, I don't know. You don't get to use, "Oh, I need to enjoy myself," as an excuse.
Look, I'm not using nothing. That's why I know it's hard to believe a suave, debonair guy like me. But I try to be careful, and I try to make sure when I make connections, I make them responsibly. I was lucky enough to be brought up by kinfolk and in a community that knew what I was when I was a cub. I don't want something else like what the boss apparently went through. I don't want that one on anybody else. Like I said, we ain't picking out wallpaper yet. But
If she knows and you know, then that's between you.
I mean, you know,
Also, don't do Dakota.
yeah, like I said, I'm new to the whole admitting I fucked up thing. But I kind of fucked up that one. Admittedly, I didn't realize that
Sal, give me a perception alertness as you're driving in the
oh
dark.
God.
With one eye, while distracted.
Difficulty 6.
Run over her cow.
What was I didn't hear that. What was that?
Run over a cow.
Run over.
A little
Four
bump in the road.
successes.
Isn't
Oh, it's my friend. Is that a new car, Sal?
So right about the time you say you're new to admitting that you fucked up, but you fucked up. And your vision clears.
it?
And your eye is back.
Congratulations.
And you can take off the one-eyed flaw.
Oh man.
I just want to know how much of that was Dustbringer like being, all right, you done good, or Dustbringer like, well, I'm down one. I can't have the other one unable to. I can't have one of them unable to see out of one eye.
I made a little
Heck-
column A.
Hey, Cal, meanwhile, what's wrong with only seeing out of one eye?
Sal will try not to let on that just happened.
Immediately.
As one eye stops being milky white.
Well, we're driving at night. So
Right, I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
that's
it's-
fine. Alex probably is not looking at you,
I was
so
gonna say, yeah, no, it's probably gonna be a minute before there's enough light for anybody to notice
Sal,
that.
Sal immediately responding to the reward for being honest, lying.
yes.
I mean, he's not gonna go like, oh, my eye. So he just in the moment after, there's a little bit of a beat, and he said, I guess I just didn't realize that out of all the things we've been through, that George Michael was the real linchpin of our friendship.
And that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Fantastic.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.